Amazon FBA shipping. When it comes time to create your shipment and ship in your inventory to an Amazon FBA fulfillment center, Amazon has changed the process a little bit. It's a little bit more complicated. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps you need to enter your shipping plan or shipments to get your inventory to Amazon. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, welcome back. Those of you who are my subscribers, my name is Brian Noonan. I'm a full-time Amazon FBA seller, mentor, and coach. Right here on this YouTube channel, I release monthly videos covering everything Amazon, e-commerce, and personal development. If you enjoy those types of videos, do me a favor right now, head on down and press subscribe. I can see each and every one of you who take just a minute to press subscribe, and I appreciate each of you. Also, if you give me a like on this video, it helps support my channel and bring you more helpful videos like this one. My job right here on this channel is to help educate, teach, impact as many lives as possible, sharing and documenting my journey of how I went from a struggling broke drug addict 8 years ago to building, owning, and running multiple six-figure online businesses. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, let's jump into the video. You'll notice I'm in a different shirt now. I recorded the whole video earlier in that black shirt and got back to reviewing it and trying to edit it and realized there was a huge lag and duplicate. So I'm having to re-record the whole thing, but that's okay. Also, I want to apologize. It's been over 3 months since I posted my last video on YouTube. I went through a pretty bad heartbreak, so it's been a little difficult the last 3 months getting videos out, but I'm dedicated and here now to help you guys as much as possible and getting back to posting, 2 videos every single month. So thank you so much for your support. It is much appreciated and means the world to me. Let's jump into it. All right, so going over the FBA shipping plan, let's first start with when do you create the FBA shipping plan or shipments? What information will you need? How many units are you able to send? And do you need a 3PL? The first one is when do you enter your FBA shipping plan? The best time to enter your shipping plan, guys, is going to be towards the very end of production. So that's going to be when there's roughly, only 10 days, 1 week left of production. At that time is a good time to enter your FBA shipping plan. The supplier will be able to provide you all the master shipping carton information accurately and product information, that kind of stuff. So towards the very end of production, that way you'll get the FBA box labels and go ahead and send them to your supplier or freight forwarder or both. Are you capped at 200 units? Can you send 500 units? There's no more inventory limits of the 200 units, guys, at Amazon. Even if this is your very first shipment, first product, you should be allowed to ship 500-600 units directly to Amazon, no problem. You shouldn't have any inventory limits. Do you need a 3PL warehouse? I don't recommend it in the very beginning. Down the road, maybe on your second or third order, as your order MOQs increase, maybe 1,000 units, 2,000 units, at that time, depending on your sales and your inventory performance score and your capacity limits or storage limits at Amazon, at that time, it may be a good time on your second or third order to consider, getting a 3PL on board. That's a third-party logistics warehouse that will store some of your inventory in the U.S. So, for example, if you're ordering 1,500 units, you would send, 1,000 to Amazon and 500 to the 3PL, and then ship them into Amazon as needed to save on storage fees, but to have them in the U.S. in case you need them in a hurry. What information will you need in order to create the shipping plan? You're going to need this information from your supplier, guys, down here. How many total units are you shipping to Amazon? The size and weight of one product in the box. Each product has to be individually packaged, including all pieces that come with your product in one box or one poly bag. If it is a poly bag, it needs a suffocation warning label on the outside of it. I always use a box, and on the outside of that box, you're going to need the F and SKU barcode. You can get the F and SKU barcode once you create your listing. You just simply go to the far right, click the down arrow, and you're going to click on print item labels. And you're going to either send that F and SKU to your supplier to label one F and SKU on each product box, or you can incorporate it right into your box design. So you can send it to your designer so that when your supplier prints out the boxes, it's already on there, okay? So you're going to need to know the size and weight of one product box, how many total master shipping cartons are there, the size and weight of the master carton boxes, and the number of units or products per box. And your supplier will give this information to you in kilos and centimeters, but you're going to need to translate that into pounds and inches. So, for example, the supplier is going to tell you each master shipping carton box is 14 kilos. Just go onto Google and type in 14 kilos to pounds, and it'll translate that for you. So we want to make sure that we enter pounds and inches when entering the dimensions of the product and the master cartons in Amazon's system, okay? In case your supplier doesn't know, they should. Most suppliers have shipped to China before, but if they have not, Each master carton box must be 50 pounds or under each and not exceed 25 by 25 by 25 inches on any one side. If your cartons are over this, you may need to use stackable pallets, or if your product size is larger, stackable pallet. All right, guys, let's jump into the seller account and go over how you're going to enter the shipping plan. So let me just see if I can make this smaller. Good. All right, we're going to come over to the far right and we're going to click Send Replenish Inventory. Now, if you have two different colors or two variations, you can do one shipping plan for both variations or both colors. That's not a problem. If you're doing two modes of transportation, for example, you may be doing, let's say you're doing 500 units total, but you're shipping 200 units by fast sea shipping, so it only takes 20 to 30 days, and you're doing the rest, the 300 units, by normal, slower sea shipping DDP, you'll need to enter two shipping plans because there'll be two different delivery windows, right? If you need to do two shipping plans. So do this step process we're doing today 2 times, one for the 200 units and one for the 300 units, because they'll arrive at different times. The 200 units by fast sea shipping will be roughly 3 weeks. The 300 units by normal or slower sea shipping will be roughly 5 weeks, okay? First step, guys, we're going to enter here, ship from another address, add contact. What do you enter here? I use Michelle Yin for all of my shipping. She handles my inspections for me, my pickup, my DDP shipping, my importing. All of that is my freight forwarder, Michelle Yin at Forest Leopard. She handles 9 out of 10 of my shipments from China. And I use her California warehouse in City of Industry as my ship from address. So she will go to the factory. She'll pick up my products. She'll get them to her factory over in China. She'll label them with the correct FBA barcodes. I'll show you here at the end of the video. She'll label all the master cartons with the box labels. She'll arrange the products to get loaded onto a cargo ship. She'll get them to the United States through customs and the port, get them to her California warehouse, and then ship them to the Amazon warehouses that I have to ship to based on entering this shipping plan, okay? So I recommend entering either your supplier's information here or your freight forwarder's warehouse here. Now, who do I use for DDP shipping? Can you use the supplier for DDP shipping, or do you need to hire your own freight forwarder? I do recommend, guys, in most cases, you hire your own freight forwarder or professional shipping company to hire to do your DDP shipping. And the reason is you can use your supplier. Sometimes they have an okay price, but if anything goes wrong, like the products get lost, some master cartons go missing, there's damage, they miss the delivery window, the supplier or manufacturer is using a third-party shipping company or freight forwarder too. So you'd go to your supplier, you'd have to tell them there's an issue. The supplier is going to have to contact the freight forwarding company they used, and then it just gets kind of difficult to handle any issues or resolve any issues. Whereas if anything comes up as far as damage, missing units or boxes, I can just go straight to Michelle and get it resolved. All right, now there's that. So you're going to select that ship from address that you just created. The marketplace destination is the United States. Here, we're going to go to packaging details, create new case package template. And here, package template name will just be product name. Okay. And it's going to be case packaged is correct. Units per box. This is the one you get from your supplier. Let's say it's easy. Most of the time it is. If you're ordering 500 units, let's say it's 10 units per box. That's going to be 50 boxes or cartons of 10 units. So it'd be 10 here, and then your box dimensions and weight, guys, this is going to be the ones in inches and kilos, not for one product. This is for your one master carton. So enter the dimensions of one carton here. Just go like, 18 by, 20 by 13, whatever it is in inches. And then your box weight, let's say it's 21 pounds, or no, it's probably like 31 pounds like that. So enter for one master shipping carton. Prep category, guys, is going to be no prep needed. We don't want to need to pay Amazon 30, 40 cents per unit to label the F and SKU. We're going to have the supplier do that or have it on our box design. Who labels units? It's going to be by seller. Then we're going to click save and continue. Then we're going to come here, guys. We're going to select that case package template name, your product name you just created there. And then you should see the number of boxes that you're sending. If it was 10 units, 50 boxes, 500 units, you'd enter 50 boxes here. Total 500 units. I'm just going to enter, like 12 for now, just so I can show you, and then click ready to send. Okay, and then you're going to see total prep and labeling fee 0. Click confirm and continue. And we're going to go on to step number 2. Under step number 2, what we're going to do there is we're going to enter the ship date, we're going to enter the delivery windows, and we're going to find out which Amazon warehouses we have to ship our products to, okay? So under ship date here, guys, let's just give it a minute to load, and then I'll be able to select the date. All right, so this is Amazon's new system, guys. It used to be before where we could just do one shipment, pay a placement fee, and ship to one Amazon warehouse. Now they've made it really complex. You can ship to one warehouse and pay a huge placement fee, and then you can maybe just ship to 2 or 3 warehouses and pay another big placement fee, and then you can select by region. I want to send to the West Coast warehouses or the East Coast warehouses. So they made it a little bit more challenging here, a little bit more expensive. It's just what we have to do. And now there's Amazon's Warehouse Distribution, AWD. This is Amazon's storage facilities. I have not personally used this yet, mainly because I have my own 3PL warehouse that I use in the United States, and I have Michelle, who has that California warehouse I can utilize too. But it is important to note, if you are using Amazon Global Logistics to handle your shipping from your manufacturer to Amazon, that's Amazon Global Logistics, and then you also use AWD, Amazon's Warehouse Distribution Centers, you get 25% off your storage fees, okay? So it is worth it in some cases. All right, ship from date, guys. This is pretty easy. So let's say today's the 14th. My inspection, you need to have an inspection done. Michelle does that. Let's say my inspection is going to be on Friday. I'm going to give it 2 days to get the inspection report. That'd be Monday. And then I'm going to give it a few more days for Michelle to go back to the factory and pick up my 500 units. So that's going to be roughly 1 week from today is when my products will get to Michelle's warehouse, be prepped, and get loaded onto a cargo ship, all right? Now, what do you do here? You're going to see much higher fees, guys, than what are shown here for the West Coast. And the West Coast is preferred because Michelle's warehouse is on the West Coast. And Michelle actually says that Amazon's warehouses on the West Coast in California, Las Vegas, Phoenix, these warehouses have the fastest processing time, but we really don't have any control unless we pay this huge placement fee now on where our products go. So here are the options. You can do one shipment and pay your fee here for the West Coast, maybe as much as $900, depending on how many units you're sending. To do 3 shipments, there are 3 different warehouses for the West Coast. It's $69 here. It could be as much as $400 or $500. In this case, what I'm going to do today, guys, is show you how to do the free one, $0, 5 shipments or 5 different Amazon warehouses. It's not as difficult as you think. Just a couple more steps. All right, so I would pay Amazon $0 in placement fee. To do this, you'll have to go back to your freight forwarder, or I would tell Michelle, now I'm shipping to 5 different Amazon warehouses. They're going to be spread across the United States in all different states. My shipping costs will increase a little bit because now they're not just going to, Las Vegas, California, Phoenix. Now they may be going to Illinois, North Carolina, on the other side of the United States. So my shipping costs are going to increase slightly, but it's usually cheaper to just pay the increased shipping costs than to pay these huge placement fees. Okay, so that's my suggestion there. We're going to choose 5 shipments. That's going to be $0 that we have to pay Amazon. It's going to be small parcel delivery. It's going to be non-Amazon partnered carrier, other, or UPS. And then you can see down here, guys, here's my 5 shipments, shipment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and where my products are going. So this one is going to be 2 master carton boxes, 24 units going to Indiana. Shipment number 2 is going to Pennsylvania. Shipment number 3 is going to North Carolina. Shipment number 4 is going to Arizona. Shipment number 5 is going to Illinois. All right, just a couple more steps. Hang in there. We just need to set the delivery window, get the box labels, and do the shipping tracking. All right, so what do we do here for delivery window? So there's 3 different payment options when you pay your supplier. So there's EXW, that's 0 shipping included. The supplier just manufactures, packages your product. You have to pick it up from the factory. That's usually what I do. Is I pay the supplier EXW and I pay Michelle a pickup fee to go pick up my products. That's EXW. The next one is FOB, freight on board. If you pay your supplier FOB price, the supplier is responsible for manufacturing and packaging your products, plus shipping them to the nearest Chinese port on the coast of China. And you would have to have your freight forwarder go pick it up at the port. Then there's DDP shipping, that's full delivery duties paid. That's door to door from your factory to Amazon's warehouses here. That's the one we want, DDP. I recommend using your own freight forwarder over your supplier for DDP shipping. And then there's going to be different DDP shipping methods. All right, there's air shipping, which is 7 to 12 days. There's Super Matson Fast Sea shipping, which is 23 to 30 days. There's Fast Sea shipping, which is roughly 26 to 35 days. and then there's normal sea shipping, or the slowest sea shipping, which is 40 to 50 days. So I mentioned earlier, if you want to like maybe save a little bit of money, do 200 units by fast sea, the rest by normal. You need to do 2 different shipping plans. I'm showing you here just doing all the same method. Let's say we're doing all fast sea shipping DDP. I'm paying Michelle for that. So in that case, if my products are going to ship out on the 21st, all right, then what's my delivery window? I would need to go out, 3 weeks from that date. So if my products get loaded onto a cargo ship in China, the 21st, I need to go out 3 weeks, 28th, 4th, 11th. So my products will arrive at Amazon with fast sea shipping DDP in roughly 3 weeks. So my delivery window will be September 11th through September 17th. It's going to be the same here for all of these guys, for all 5 shipments. It's important to remember, this is just one product I'm shipping. This is just one product. This is just one shipment. I have 5 shipments here. It's a little confusing because I have to ship to 5 different warehouses, but this is just one product and my first shipment, or for example, your first shipment. All right, we're going to select the delivery window on all 5 of those, and then just a couple more steps. We're going to click down here. You should see $0. Click accept charges, confirm shipping. You'll see some charges here if you did decide to do the 3 shipment options or the 1 and just do the West Coast ones. You'll see that. But in this case, it's all 0. And then what we need to do next is print the box labels. We got the F and SKU already, right? That goes on each product box. Now there's these barcodes called the FBA shipping barcodes, and I'll show you what those look like here in a minute. All right, so we're going to go back. For each shipment, I need to click on print. All right, so shipment number 1, click on print, and then it'll download this barcode here. It looks like this. You'll need to download this and call it, let's say, FBA box labels. It's two boxes to, where was this one going? Indiana. Okay, FBA box labels, 2 boxes, Indiana. Save. And then you'll repeat this, guys, 4 more times. For shipment number 2, download and save. Shipment number 3, download and save. Shipment number 4, download and save. Shipment number 5, download and save. And then send these to your supplier or freight forwarder or both. Now they have those for the master cartons. And then just come down here, guys, and click on proceed to enter tracking details. Michelle doesn't usually send me, or the freight forwarder won't send you the tracking details until your products get loaded onto the ship. You'll want to come back into your shipment manager, inventory, go to the 3 lines in your seller account, inventory, shipments. And inside there, you'll see that these 5 shipments, or 1 shipping plan with 5 destinations. Try to enter the tracking numbers. It's okay if you forget this, but it is nice to go in and enter the tracking numbers once you have them, so Amazon can track your inventory. All right, the last step, guys, here is this information. Michelle normally asks for the shipment ID and reference ID. It won't generate for about 24 hours from now, so you'll need to come back in here after 24 hours, copy for each one of these 5 shipments, copy this information here, shipment ID, Amazon reference ID, and just send that to Michelle as well. She'll need that information too, and then you guys are done, okay? That's going to cover you entering your first shipment here. It's going to 5 different warehouses. You'll have to let Michelle know, or your freight forwarder know, and then send her the FBA box labels, and she'll arrange the shipping. And then I normally pay Michelle either through a bank transfer, but through Alibaba Trade Assurance order. All right, let's just go over a couple more things. If you see a error at the top that says you're only able to send 10 boxes, that means you're on the individual plan. You need to go to your settings wheel in the top right, account info, and you need to upgrade to the professional selling plan, okay? Then wait a little bit, and then you'll be able to do your shipping plan. If you're limited for some reason, you try to enter 500 units, but it's only letting you do 200. What do? Or 300? Do the shipping plan for 300 and get those going, and you'll need to come back in a week or 2 and try to enter the remaining one for those other 200 units. You may have to ask Michelle or your freight forwarder to hold on to those units at their warehouse. Maybe ship those to your house or set up a 3PL if that's the case. But normally you're going to be okay and approved to go ahead and send all 500. But sometimes there's some capacity limits there. You can also go to your capacity manager. If you have sold a product in the past, it may be holding back your account. So you would just need to increase your capacity and request that inside Capacity Manager. All right, guys, that's going to be everything as far as entering your shipping plan here. I hope you found this video valuable, and thanks for watching. I'll see you on my next one.